Chapter 9. The edge of resolve, the bunker's fluorescent lights buzz faintly, casting stark shadows across the concrete walls as Jenny Jacks stood by the steel table, her botanist's hands trembling with a mix of exhaustion and resolve. The morning of August 15th, 2025, had dawned over the Jacks homestead, but the piece of its 100 acres, fields of corn, orchards heavy with fruit, and the stream-steady turbine was a fragile lie. Carter's gang had struck again last night, their red bandanas and rifles a relentless threat. Now their prisoner, a young man barely 20, sat bound to a chair, his leg bandaged from Jimmy's crossbow bolt, his eyes darting with fear. Jenny glanced at Ellie, the 18-year-old they'd rescued, now sitting up on her cot, her bruised face pale but her blue eyes sharp. Ellie's words, girls in warehouses, Carter's army, had turned their fight from survival to something bigger. The map on the table, marked with holding pens and auction site, was a grim blueprint of Carter's trafficking empire, and the prisoner's confession had confirmed it. Carter wanted the homestead bunker, its food, its power, to fuel his slaving operation. Jimmy paced near the armory rack, his crossbow slung across his back, the red bandana with its skull mark in his hand. His anger was a live wire, ready to spark. Grandpa Jacks leaned against a crate, his .308 rifle nearby, his journal open to a page scrawled with "Know Your Enemy." At 75, his Vietnam scars were a map of survival, but his scowl said he trusted no one, not even the prisoner begging for mercy. Grandma Jack stood by Ellie, her nurse's hands checking her pulse, her silver hair calm contrast to the bunker's tension. "We can't keep him here forever," Jenny said, her voice steady despite the knot in her chest. "He's seen the bunker. If Carter gets him back, he'll talk." Grandpa's eyes narrowed. "He's already talking. Question is, how much is true?" He stepped toward the prisoner, his voice like gravel. "You said Carter's planning a big push. When? How many?" The prisoner, his name, he'd stammered, was Nate. Swallowed hard, his bandana soaked with sweat. "Tomorrow night, maybe. 30 men, 2 trucks, some bikes. Carter's pulling everyone from Chillicothe. He's obsessed with your place." Jimmy stopped pacing, his fist clenching the bandana. "Why us? Why not another farm?" Nate's eyes flicked to Ellie, then away. "Your bunker. Carter knows it's stocked. Food, guns, power. He says it's perfect for holding people. His buyers want a secure base." Jenny's stomach churned. Her greenhouse, her herbs, the stream's turbine, they were her life's work, built with Jimmy and the family to outlast chaos. Now, Carter saw them as a slave pen. She looked at Ellie, whose hands gripped the cot's edge, her fear turning to fury. "Buyers," Ellie said, her voice hoarse but clear. "He's got deals with gangs, Cleveland, Columbus. They pay in guns, fuel, sometimes drugs. The girls, their currency. I saw them locked in cages, some as young as 12. Grandma's face tightened, her nurse's oath clashing with the horror. "How many, Ellie? How big is this?" "Dozens," Ellie said, her eyes haunted. "Maybe 50, maybe more. The warehouses are fortified, guards, dogs, barbed wire. Carter's got a second camp, 2, north of the river. That's where he keeps the ones he's breaking." Jenny's hand went to her knife, her botanist's calm fraying. She'd healed wounds, not hearts, but Ellie's words cut deep. "Breaking?" she asked, dreading the answer. Ellie's voice dropped to a whisper. "Starving them, beating them, making them obey. I was there till I ran. They caught me, left me to die. But you found me." Jimmy's rage boiled over. "We're not waiting for Carter to hit us. We take the fight to him, Chillicothe, the warehouses. Free those girls, burn his camp down." Grandpa slammed his journal shut. "You're still thinking like a damn fool, boy. 30 men, fortified base? We're 4, with a hurt girl and a prisoner. You want to fight? You fortify here, traps, barricades, ambushes. Let Carter break his teeth on us." Jenny's mind raced, caught between Jimmy's fire and Grandpa's caution. She thought of her yarrow, her chamomile, the remedies she'd used to save Ellie. Healing one girl was something, but dozens? That was a war she wasn't sure they could win, yet couldn't ignore. "We don't have to storm Chillicothe," she said, her voice cutting through the tension. But we can hit and run, sabotage his trucks, cut his supplies, maybe free a few girls. It weakens him, gives us time. Grandma nodded, her pistol holstered but ready. Jenny's right. Small moves, big impact. But we need more from Nate. Layouts, schedules, weaknesses. Nate shrank under their gazes. I can draw the warehouse. Carter's got patrols, but they're sloppy at dawn. The dogs are fed then, less alert. There's a back gate rusted to be a way in. Grandpa's eyes softened. Just a fraction. You help us. Kid, you might live. Betray us, you're dead. Ellie leaned forward, her voice fierce. He's telling the truth. I saw that gate. It's how I escaped. Jenny touched Ellie's shoulder, her resolve hardening. Then we use it. But first, we protect the homestead. More traps, stronger barricades. And we need to decide about Nate. Jimmy's eyes darkened. He's one of them. We can't trust him. He's scared, Jenny said, her empathy clashing with pragmatism. Carter forced him like he's forcing others. If we turn him, he's an asset. Grandpa grunted, flipping his journal to a new page. Fine, he stays bound, under watch. Ellie, you and Nate draw that map. Jimmy, Jenny. With me, perimeter check, then we rig more traps. Before they could move, the walkie-talkie crackled. Grandma grabbed it, her voice sharp. Go ahead. Over. A neighbor's voice, Old Man Jenkins, 3 miles south, came through, panicked. Mrs. Jacks, it's Jenkins. Carter's men are on the move. 2 trucks, a dozen men, circling the roads near your place. Saw him an hour ago, heading east. They're carrying cages. Over. Jenny's blood ran cold. Cages. The word conjured Ellie's story. Girls locked like animals, bound for auction. Grandma's reply was steady. Copy, Jenkins. Stay hidden. We'll handle it. Over. Jimmy grabbed his crossbow. They're closing in. We need to scout now. Grandpa shook his head. No, we prep here. Carter's circling, testing our nerves. We don't chase shadows. We make and bleed when they come. Jenny looked at Ellie, then Nate, the map between them. We can't wait forever, she said. If they're moving cages, they're planning something big. Maybe that auction. We need to hit them before they hit us. Grandpa's jaw tightened, but he nodded. All right, we scout at dawn, Jimmy, Jenny, me. Small team, no fighting, just eyes. We confirm their numbers, their path. Then we plan a strike. Sabotage, like Jenny said. Grandma, you and Ellie hold the bunker. Keep Nate in line. Ellie's eyes met Jenny's, a spark of defiance in them. I can help. I know their tricks. Grandma's hand rested on Ellie's shoulder. You will when you're stronger. For now, rest. They set to work, the bunker a hive of purpose. Jenny and Jimmy headed to the surface, checking the homestead's defenses. The fields were scarred, the barricades battered, but the stream's turbine still turned, and Grandpa's traps, new pits, more tripwires, glinted in the dawn light. Jenny's greenhouse, her sanctuary of herbs, stood untouched, a reminder what they fought for. As they reinforced a barricade, Jimmy spoke, his voice low. You really think we can trust Nate? Jenny hammered a nail into a log, her thoughts on Ellie's bruises, Nate's fear. Not yet, but he's our best shot at understanding Carter. If we show him mercy, he might show us loyalty. Jimmy's eyes softened, though his grip on his crossbow didn't. You're too good for this world, Jen. She smiled, faint but real. Maybe, but I'm fighting for it anyway. They returned to the bunker, where Ellie and Nate had sketched a crude map of Carter's warehouse, guard posts, the rusted gate, a fuel depot. Grandpa studied it, his journal filling with notes. Good work, he said, a rare praise. Dawn's scout will tell us more. But as they planned, a new sound broke the bunker's hum, a low mechanical growl, closer than Jenkins' warning. Jimmy grabbed the walkie, but Grandpa was already at the hatch, rifle in hand. That's no truck, he said, his voice grim. That's a motorcycle. Carter's changing tactics. Jenny's knife gleamed, Ellie's map burning in her mind. The homestead was their line, But Carter's cages were closing in, and Mercy was a blade with two edges.